Alright, y'all, there is a few things I want to talk about and address in today's video, and I just want to be very clear before we even dive into it. I want y'all to start getting on my arse if I am putting clips up of TikTokers without crediting them. When I make these videos, I kind of, not like necessarily rush, but I don't have like all the time in the world. Like, I do these videos when I have a little bit of spare time in between what I'm doing throughout the day. And I'm like, hey, I have like 30 minutes, or like, hey, I have an hour, let me like try to knock out a video real quick. And I noticed that I will screenshot the name of the TikTokers that I am including in my video so that I can say their name, and then I genuinely just forget to credit them. If I do that again, I want y'all to be like, revoke, where is the credit? And then I will start leaving their names on the screen and in the description box. Alright, with that being said, TikTok is going crazy. Absolutely insane. And here's why. Eugenia Cooney still hasn't posted. And I've noticed a lot of people have been taking this time while she's on this hiatus to garner clout from the situation and to help try to build their profiles. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? It is an online story. People are talking about it. People are joining on the bandwagon and speculating where is Eugenia Cooney, and, you know, just going through like, oh, wow. Sorry, I just noticed something I've never noticed before. Sorry, y'all. My ADHD's purring today. A tree fell on my house like a year or two ago. It's been a minute now. They rebuilt like pretty much the entire thing, and I just noticed something on the wall that I've never noticed before. But anyways, that being said, a lot of people have been talking about Eugenia Cooney. And I think it's one thing, okay, to talk and cover a story that's on the internet. I mean, I'm a commentary channel. I get it. Not everything is going to be like fun to cover or like easy to cover. But there is a difference, in my opinion, from simply clout chasing and simply covering a situation that's on the internet. And I feel like a lot of people kind of like are confusing the two. I feel like a lot of people on TikTok specifically has been using Eugenia Cooney's name to simply build their following up and use it for clicks and views. Y'all, I have seen stories on TikTok that are saying like deep dive into Eugenia Cooney, and it's talking about the Turpin's family. And I'm like, what does this have to do with Eugenia Cooney? There are so many situations on TikTok right now where it's saying Eugenia Cooney this or that, and it's not even about her. You know, one thing that I seen the other day on the internet, and I was like, this is insane, was clickbait of her passing, but it was done in like the worst way possible. So let me pull up that screenshot. Eugenia Cooney, Greenwich, Connecticut, obituary and cause of death, remembering Eugenia Sullivan Cooney. But what's wrong with the picture here? I've never been to Connecticut, but I'm fairly certain that Chicago PD aren't patrolling the streets of Greenwich. But there is so much more, and I have so many little random thoughts I want to get over with during this video. And I'm already 3 minutes in. Where did the time go? So let's get right into it. This next video we're about to be taking a look at is by the TikToker who goes by Content Noggin.
It was a long time ago, you know? Oh my god, that's it. Oh my god. That makes perfect fucking sense. Oh my god, that's the reason. Oh my god.
If you're confused, I am too, don't worry. Asking her what kind of epiphany she just had there where she just randomly said, and that's why, oh my god, it makes perfect sense. That's like asking how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. The world may never know. I don't know what the hell epiphany she had or what clicked in her brain, but there is no context past that. Just her walking and saying, oh my god, I get it now.
But wait! There's more!
Yes, her health is bad, but there are so many of you on here saying that like she's already gone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put that juju out there. Stop. Listen, I run a gossip and a commentary page. We talk shit. We speculate. We assume. We stick our noses in places that it shouldn't be. I don't police my comments. I do not have the moral high ground here, okay? But it kind of feels like I am one of the last few people that actually does look into a situation before I post about it. Especially when it comes to somebody being, you know, like that's the least people could do. So I've been looking into it, you know, and this is what I found. This is my best guess as to what's going on. There's no way to confirm it 100% unless you're able to log into her account. That's not public information. She's demonetized. She doesn't post for free. She never has. Her and TikTok are in a tug of war right now. And it's a game of who can hold off the longest.
Now, I have some thoughts and opinions about some of the things that she said, like, personally, but I'm just not going to dive into that. I will say, though, however, she said she's not, like, having a moral high ground, but said she was, like, felt like she was one of the last people who does research before uploading videos. Do y'all know how many pages I watch, not just on TikTok, but YouTube, who does extensive digging? I am going to talk about this, though, because this is why I wanted to involve that clip there, so that this can be, like, this segue into the next point of conversation here. I think it's interesting, okay, that a lot of people wanted Eugenia Cooney off the internet. They didn't want her online. Her presence is bad. EC bad. Offline good. That was like the whole message that myself included was pushing. And I seen somebody talking about it the other day, and somebody was like, oh, y'all wanted Eugenia Cooney deplatformed and offline for a really long time. Now she's no longer posting on TikTok, and now everybody's like, where is she? She needs to get back online. And that to me was like kind of funny, because it's not about us wanting her specifically offline. Yes, we don't want her platformed, but we want her to get help, and we want her to take accountability. Like, there's a lot that comes into it. It's not just her being offline, which, yes, in my opinion, her being offline is a win, not just for the internet and sensitive individuals, but for her as well. The internet, her begging on TikTok and everybody enabling her. No, that's not good. So her being offline is a good thing. It is good that she doesn't have the enablement of TikTok anymore. However, she still has the enablement in her home. I feel like when it comes to Eugenia Cooney, as somebody who's covered her for, oh my god, over a year now, there's never going to be a full win. So it's just kind of like, we got to take what we can get with the situation. We can never make her get help. We can't. Even if she would be 5150'd, it won't stick if she don't want it for herself. If she, say she was 5150 today, a lot of people are saying that they think something happened to where she was, and now she's like in a facility somewhere being treated. It won't stick unless she herself wants that. And a lot of people are saying, well, at least she's not on TikTok, where people can enable her. But her family enables her, and she lives at home. So it's not a winning situation for anybody, her specifically. But the win that we did get in this situation is currently she's not posting on a kids app, 13 plus. Yeah, I wish I would have made this video earlier on in the day before my caffeine kicked in, because I had so many good thoughts and opinions rushing through this little brain of mine. And now the caffeine's like full blown, so my thoughts and words are being like twisted up in a ball, but bear with me, okay? The next TikToker we're going to be taking a look at is Peanut Butter and Chevy.
If you're wondering where Eugenia Cooney is, prepare yourself. Saw EMS at Eugenia Cooney, aka Colleen Cooney, because Colleen Cooney is Eugenia Cooney's real name. Saw EMS going into her house and exiting with a body bag. To make these allegations even more true, speculated on the fact that even at times when Eugenia Cooney has been in the hospital, she's been on live. And every day she'll post videos, no matter if she's not feeling good. She hasn't posted videos. She hasn't been on live. She hasn't posted TikTok shop. She hasn't been seen out of her house. In the last few videos on her TikTok, she has looked more and more depleted. There's no cartilage in any of her bones. She had a hard time even twisting the cap off a lotion bottle on live. But at this point, Eugenia Cooney, if her was actually being passed July 12th, there's actually some news articles coming out about this, about a person who was found deceased at their house July 12th and was sent to EMS that day in her state. This was something that we all should have really known. Eugenia Cooney, as amazing and free-spirited as her heart was, you know what I'm saying? She really didn't want help. She didn't want help. She wanted to stay where she was at. So many people, including Jeffree Star, lent a hand to try and help her in this, and really she just shooed them away with a smile. And at the end of the day, you can't force someone to eat and live. And eventually she's going to be, her heart is going to be in such failure, which is what it does. It shuts your organs down. You get congenital heart failure, and you get heart attacks, your organs fail. And that's what was happening to her. She couldn't even take water down. So I'm going to say, and this is only from my formed opinions and facts and everything I've known about Eugenia Cooney, I would say with 99% certainty that Eugenia Cooney has passed away.
I don't believe this one. I really don't. And it's only because, okay, I mean, there is always a chance that that could be the case because we all know her health was very not good before she did take this hiatus from the internet. It's a possibility. But y'all are some damn internet detectives, okay? Not just in my subscriber base, but in Jaded, Spicy's, all these other YouTube channels, they have damn detectives who follow them, okay? Not real detectives, but internet detectives. I always call y'all private investigators because it's insane the shit that y'all find and do. But public records are, of course, a thing. And when somebody is born or when somebody passes, there is always public record of that. Somebody would have dug up this certificate saying that she did pass away. And while I say there's always the possibility that that could be the case, like I said, there would be certificates or some form of public record of this happening, there's not. So I highly, highly doubt. I mean, you can't pay to keep something like that private, to my knowledge. It's always going to be state record, you know? But I will say this. Just like Content Noggin said, the TikToker we saw prior to this, and what I've said in my prior videos, and what other YouTubers have said who covered Eugenia Cooney, she's not getting paid to post. She is not going to post. It's a job to her. This is not her, it's not the typical 9 to 5, but this is her 9 to 5, clocking into TikTok, getting the bag, and then clocking out. It's a job. Y'all are a job to her. If she's not getting paid, why is she going to get online and talk to y'all? Even though she said she cared about y'all, but why would she do that if she's not getting paid for it? It's her job. And I said in the past, too, in a past video, it's like working customer service. If you're not getting paid or if they put you on unpaid leave, are you still going to go to work every day and deal with the work bullshit if you're not getting paid to do it? Now, I want to take a look at another TikToker because I just want to know what y'all think about this one. Now, this TikToker goes by the username Mama GQ Live Host.
Okay, so she's missing. She's either unalive or she's missing. I made a few posts before. Here we go again, Eugenia, or her bio name, which was Coleen Cooney. Okay, guys, if she's not, then is she missing? Because yes, we all know, and believe me, I've read the comments, I've seen the videos. She has gone missing before. She's done it. She goes missing sometimes for a week or two, you know, especially if you're going to be demonetized and yeah. Okay, so I get all that. Here's the thing, guys. We're going on like 6 weeks. That's a long time. That's not somebody still a little sad because she lost her dog. I get that. That was traumatic for her. That dog was like her baby. Okay. And I get it. You know, everyone's like, well, Jeffree Star said she's alive. Okay, you're going to tell me right now that she's texting Jeffree and they're all like fine, but yet she hasn't one time been on social media. I don't just mean TikTok. I mean all social media. Guys, come on. What do you guys know? Let's hear the truth and not just bashing in the comments. Like, where are we at with this? Where's Coleen? Where's Eugenia? Where's her mom in all this? Where is she?
Now, I want to talk about this because, okay, do y'all remember, just for some context before we get into it, Jeffree started a live stream that we covered a while ago where he said that him and Eugenia Cooney are in the process of getting lawsuits, as in multiple, against TikTok. They want to get lawsuits against TikTok for her demonetization. I guess in their eyes it's discrimination or not fair or something, even though she went against, in my opinion, community guidelines and terms of service, which is something I have preached on this channel that she has been doing. Eugenia Cooney has always believed to the highest degree of everything that Jeffree Star has ever said, which is insane. If he would have said, my farts are healthy, I need you to get down there and suck that shit out of my butt, I bet you she would get down there and do it because she believes him to a really insane degree. Excuse the derogatory terminology for how I wanted to explain that, but I really feel like that would be something that she would do if he asked her to do it, okay? So I feel like maybe this could be the situation too. What if he truly made her believe that there could be a lawsuit against TikTok, so her and her mom are like behind the scenes trying to work on that? If y'all have ever had a lawsuit or heard about legality or like stuff that goes on behind the scenes when you get a lawyer for something, they will advise you not to talk about it until it's in motion, you know? So what if there is a lawsuit she's trying to get against TikTok, and that's why she hasn't gotten her account back? Because in the past, when this has happened and she would get demonetized and age restricted, she would do like a whole moment where she's like, oh yeah, I didn't know what, like, I'm not sure exactly what I did. She knows what she did. But she'll come on and be like, I don't know what I did, but I'm just going to try to do better. And she'll put on her hoodies, her sweaters, and make it seem like she's doing better or trying to take care of herself. Go into church, do the Bible verse thing that she used to do, and then TikTok would give her account back. But she has yet to even do any of that. So what if Jeffrey really made her believe she has a possible or viable lawsuit against TikTok? So she's staying offline, staying behind the scenes, and trying to get this lawsuit going against TikTok, and TikTok is aware of it, obviously. So what if they're just, like, not reinstating her account? Like, oh, you're going to try to get a lawsuit against us even though we platformed you, we did this, that, and the third. You went against our terms of service. So what if that's what's taking it so long for her to get her account back?
Small town, and everyone in Casper is very just different. They're more kind.
Credit to the TikToker's secret account 2004 and Violet Taylor for this upload. Now, somebody is claiming to be Eugenia Cooney's cousin, and this is what they had to say online. Eugenia is my cousin. My family doesn't want much said about her condition online, but she's currently inpatient at a rehabilitation center. She's been there for 8 days now. Please just be respectful, not spread rumors that she's unalived. She's very much alive, just sick. If that is true, awesome, great. Is it too late for her? I'm not a medical professional. I can't say for sure. Personally, I feel like it could be because of how long she's been with this. I don't know if, like, organs are going to be organing much, but there's always a possibility. Miracles do happen. If she is currently, and I want y'all to take this with a grain of salt just because it's Eugenia Cooney. Y'all seen, I'm sure y'all have seen, how many people will speak up saying they are related to her, their family, or they were her friend, or they were in treatment with her. There's been so many fake videos and false stories saying that they're related to her somehow, or they know her somehow, or she's like their neighbor. And they fabricate stories to push to social media. For a while, we don't know, probably clout. But we've seen it time and time again, so many people fake stories about her and just, like, have the internet eat it up. Is it her cousin? It could be, but we're going to take it with a grain of salt. But I will say, this is something as well I've speculated in a past video talking about where she could possibly be or what's possibly going on. We talked a little bit about the lawsuit. We talked about her demonetization. We've brought up the pattern that she has when she can't make money online. She's not going to be online because it's her job. You're not going to show up to a job you're not getting paid for. We covered a lot, okay, it wasn't the last video, but it was like a few videos ago where we talked about the situation. But something I have brought up as well was there is also a slight possibility that she's not just in her room pouting, but she's actually out somewhere seeking some form of recovery or some form of treatment. And I also said if she's out there doing that, that's great, but I don't think that she would be out there actively doing that for the goodness of her overall health and well-being. I think she would be doing it for more selfish reasons, as in she's doing this strictly to get back on TikTok, just to get her account back. Unfortunate, I know that sounds like harsh to say, but I don't think that she wants it for herself, but I do see her actually having the mindset of, okay, I will go to treatment if I can get my account back. So I don't know, y'all. I want y'all to take everything we talked about today with a grain of salt. It's the internet, so we don't know what's fact, we don't know what's fabricated. It's all word of mouth right now. But I want to know y'all's thoughts and opinions about everything we discussed in today's video in the comment section down below. I do apologize, it was a little bit everywhere. Personal rant, real quick. I have really bad ADHD, like, it's really bad. I am unmedicated. Surprise, surprise, right? Who would have thought I was unmedicated with ADHD? But I have been thinking recently, and I want to know y'all's personal experiences with this, because I'm somebody who, I don't even take Tylenol when I get headaches. I just kind of, like, drink water, like, try to do, like, natural ways to help it pass. I don't like medication, okay? I'm the last person who promotes it. I've seen people on pills and stuff growing up, especially kids who, like, I went to school with, who, like, were given certain medications and abused it. Not saying that's something I would ever do. but I just don't like it, you know? But I have seen some people who has been diagnosed with ADHD and got put on medications, and it actually did help them, like, better to function during the day. Y'all, like, I have moments, like, just last night. I was getting the house ready for bed, walking around, and I was walking around just, like, passing everything, going back and forth for, like, 10 minutes, because, like, my brain wasn't braining. And I knew what I had to do, but I just could not process what I was doing. Like, I knew I had to finish the dishes, finish putting dinner away, vacuum the little bits that needed vacuum, pick up the kids' toy. You know what I mean? Like, I knew what I had to do, but, like, it took me a minute to do it, if that makes sense. My sleep pattern is shit. It is so bad. I have, like, the worst sleeping patterns on anybody I've ever met in my entire life. And my brain is, like, doesn't want to brain sometimes. And, like, there are moments when I sit down to do videos and I just can't, because I just can't. My brain just, like, I don't know, like, it's not slowing down enough for me to actually process and speak properly about the things I want to say, and it leads me to say things that I not necessarily would not have said, but would not have worded it that way. I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to ask is, are any of y'all ADHD and medicated, and does it help? Like, is this something I should be, like, actively seeking because my doctor says yes, but my body's saying no? Like, I don't know what to do. I think if I would accept the medication, I might document the journey, not gonna lie, because I want to see how it helps, and I want to see how it changes what I do during the day, if that makes sense. So just like I said, if you're ADHD, you got put on medication, let me know how that has benefited you, or if it's benefited at all. Because I'm thinking about doing it, but also if I, like I said, if I do it, I might want to, like, document a little bit about how it helps or doesn't help, or how it makes changes to my life. Okay, but that's it. Personal rant is over. I want to know what y'all thought about that in the comment section down below, as well with anything else that we discussed in this video today down there. Also, 2 more things before we go. I have been accepted to beta test Pioneer. Very excited about that. As y'all can tell by my channel, I like playing video games, and I put in a submission to beta test a new game that's coming out called Pioneer. Got accepted. I'm very excited about that. I plan to test that out later today, but also today, Battlefield 6, the open beta is out. I'm very excited to beta test that. And Black Ops 6 just went into Season 5, so there is a new map out on zombies. It's called The Reckoning, and I want to figure that map out. I found the Pack-a-Punch. I found 1 mystery box, but I'm struggling to find the other mystery boxes. But not just that, the map is weird itself, so it's like I get into one portal, I think I'm going to the other one, but it takes me somewhere completely different, and it's just kind of like, where the fuck am I actually going, you know? But anyways, with that being said, rants aside, if y'all are on PlayStation or Xbox, because it is cross-platform, let me know if y'all want to test that out with me. I'm going to be testing it out today. I have off work today, so I'm going to be home. That is my plan. Okay, where has this video gone? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for this, like, personal, I'm just talking, I'm sorry. Okay, let me know y'all's thoughts and opinions about anything we discussed in today's video in the comment section down below. Please ignore the ending of this video. I don't know what happened. I really don't. But with that being said, yes, I'm sorry. And I'll catch you in the next damn video. Alright, bye.